Kono's just staring me down. Since we have returned from Connecticut from my Yami's competition, excuse me, I have not filmed a single thing. To be honest, we've just been recovering, and I don't think I'm still fully recovered. I don't know why. I just feel super tired and just like run down. I don't know what it's from. I know we had some long days and some like shorter nights. Like we didn't get as much sleep as we wanted, and we're just still kind of recovering from that, on top of hopping back into my routine of 50 carbs. Yesterday I had like 15 carbs. Quick recap on the week. Monday we got back, we had my grandma's 86th birthday party. And so with the Filipino family, you're gonna have a ton of food. And so there was cake, and there was some like prime rib, and there was like a seafood dish, and just things that I obviously normally wouldn't eat right now. And so I indulged a little bit, and obviously it's my grandma's 86th birthday, and she's from Florida, and so I had family from Florida as well as Hawaii visiting. So it was one of those things where I'm not going to be the Debbie Downer of the party. And yes, I brought my meals. I brought a couple meals to eat there so I didn't go completely off track, but I'm just not going to be the one at the party that's like, oh, I can't enjoy this because I'm on prep, you know. I still wanted to enjoy it, one, because my family's there. You know, it's one of those things where you can't allow prep to completely ruin a special occasion like that. You know, there's got to be some leniency, and granted I'm 3 weeks out and I have some extra work to do now. It is what it is, and so I wanted to enjoy it, and it was worth it. I think I didn't really gain too much weight, which is awesome, but I know I have more work to do. So with that being said, on with the vlog. Woke up at 207.2 today, still kind of holding a little bit higher, starting to drink some distilled water. Anthony told me to start drinking distilled water just to see if we can get my body to flush any minerals or anything that my body can't use but it's holding on to, so that are normally found in normal water. Gonna make a waffle here, a protein waffle. There's protein powder, psyllium husk, and I'm gonna add in some other stuff like almond milk and some egg whites and some baking powder and get that cooked up. It is 9:18 right now. Yami's doing her cardio. Not sure what we have planned for the day. Obviously getting to the gym, but let's get on with it. Ended up getting 2 waffles out of it. Topped it with some whipped topping, some Walden Farms, which is right there, and then a little bit of sugar-free syrup. So, sugar-free syrup, if you guys haven't seen it, for 60 milliliters, which is a lot. I don't even know what to compare it to, but it's a lot of syrup. It's 6 carbs, and 5 of them are sugar alcohols, which can't be processed through the body anyway. And so basically no carbs in this whatsoever. Okay. Lift, cardio, and a little bit of posing, finish. So it's kind of been a recurring trend of the past few vlogs, filming a workout, not getting much workout footage. It's honestly just because, guys, I'm moving so fast, and right now I can't take time to set up my camera, but it is what it is. So just bear with me the last few weeks of this prep, and hopefully I'll get more good, solid workout footage, maybe able to walk you guys through exactly what I'm doing and what I'm thinking and why I'm doing it. But for now, it's just going to be really quick. So basically, I started off with that incline dumbbell bench press, nice and slow and controlled. One thing I didn't tell you guys is since we got back from Connecticut and after the party, I've been at like no carbs. So even today as well, I'm dropping down below 50 just to kind of get back on track. And yes, it's drastic, but it's got to be done, especially within 3 weeks out. So that's what I've been doing. So with that being said, I drop my weights down a little bit, but really focus on the movement itself and slow it down, pause at the bottom, really slow down the tempo and make it challenging that way instead of challenging just with heavy weight. So did start off with that incline dumbbell bench press, then moved on to a superset of some seated flies and some wide grip low pulley curls, as you guys saw. So I think the incline dumbbell bench press and the wide grip low pulley curls is what you saw. And then after that, I moved on to a hammer strength incline press type thing and then a barbell curl. And then finished off with some abs, posing, cardio, all that good stuff. But I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm feeling super flat, and obviously I'm going to, probably since I'm at 0 carbs. Hopefully it's worth it. I mean, I've already won at this point, to be completely honest, just because I've gotten my body to a point it's never been at before, and I've learned so much about my body up until this point that, you know, it's not about winning. Obviously, I would love to win and place and do really well. But, you know, it's my first show. I'm not going in expecting to place. You know, if I went expecting to place and didn't, then, you know, I think that's the wrong mentality. So I'm just happy with where I've gotten my body to so far. And the rest is just grinding it out and getting as far along as I can. So, again, finished up. Yami's finishing up her cardio. And I'm going to head home and finish off the day. Just made lunch, and here it is. So, pretty basic. Chicken, broccoli, mushrooms. Also finished 1 gallon, I think I had this finished before the gym, of distilled water. Now I'm working on another ½ gallon, so I've been pouring it in here instead of trying to drink out of the gallon. Now I wanted to get it in early and often, so I'm not working on drinking a ton later in the day, which forces me to wake up in the middle of the night peeing like 5 or 6 times. So if I can minimize that while still getting my water, awesome. So trying to get it in early and often, but just working on dinner now. Or lunch now. Yami's finishing up her lunch. She's got some guacamole and chicken and some pita chips, basically. Some pitas turned into some tortilla chips. So I'm starving. I think we discussed on the way here to take today as a full recovery day. Kind of push any work we have to tomorrow. Procrastinate a little bit, but we're both feeling like we're not fully recovered from the weekend, and so we're just gonna kind of do some low-key stuff, like kind of clean the room and just relax a little bit. So that's what we have planned for the day. So hopefully the rest of the vlog is entertaining, but we'll see. So good morning guys, it is Thursday. I apologize for just stopping. I just completely stopped filming yesterday after the workout, and I just did not pick up my camera again. You know, we got home, we didn't really do too much. We ended up, The Flash and Arrow came out, so we ended up watching 1 episode of The Flash. Huh? It's the first thing I thought about when I woke up, actually. Wow. I was like, wait a second, it's on again. So we've been waiting forever for it to come out. So we watched 1 episode of The Flash before I had to go DJ. And we just didn't end up doing anything. And I kind of hit a wall mentally and physically. You know, I'm just not feeling good about where my body's at right now, and I talked it over with Anthony, and we decided to raise my carbs because being at 50 carbs for this long is probably having more negative effects than positive at this point, and we need to give my body more fuel. So starting off with breakfast, have egg white omelet with some ketchup and some fat-free cheese, some oats with, this is apple cinnamon instant oats with some bananas, and then coffee, and I'm probably going to put some blueberry syrup in there, so I have a whole mess of flavors in there. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish the vlog right here, but I just wanted to come on and kind of talk about what has been going on in my mind over the past few days, basically since we got back from Yami's competition. And so first and foremost, the purpose of this prep series is to, one, document my journey. Alright, I wanted to find a way to show, you know, the entire process, and in the process of doing this, I want to be transparent with you guys. I want to show you guys the ins and outs of a competition prep and the good times and the bad times, and give you guys an inside look into what a prep could really entail. And so if any of you guys are thinking about prepping or in prep or going through the same thing or just trying to relate to somebody or whatever it might be, I want to be upfront and transparent with you guys. And I'm not gonna lie, the past 3, 4, 5 days have really tested me, and it's made me realize that there's not one right way to do this. It's not always going to be easy. You're not always going to get it right the first time. And with being more aggressive with dropping to 50 carbs, and I think what was going on the past week or so is I was a little too aggressive. Dropping to 50 carbs, the protocol I was supposed to follow was 4 days low with 1 day higher, whereas I was feeling okay. And when a lot of people describe being at 50 carbs, they described like death. And so I was expecting to feel like death, and I wasn't really feeling that crappy. And I was just trying to push it and push it and push it, and I think I might have pushed the gas a little too much. And I should have just gone 4 days low, 1 day high, 4 days low, 1 day high, and just followed that protocol, and instead of trying to push out 7 days at 50 carbs, even if I was feeling okay. And it's all an experiment. That's what this is. It's my very first prep. I don't know exactly how my body's going to respond to certain things, and even if it was my second or third or fourth prep, your body can change, and it might not respond how it did last time, or whatever it might be. And so, I guess my message to you guys is that it's all an experiment. You're not going to get it right the first time, and really it's going to sound kind of cliche, but there's no wrong way of doing something. You just find out ways of how not to do something. It's as soon as you start thinking negatively and start telling yourself, oh, I did it wrong and I messed up and I screwed up, and you start getting down on yourself and you start talking negatively. And I know it sounds cliche, and I know it sounds like what everybody says is like, oh, there's no wrong way. You just find out ways not to do something. But it's true, guys. It's you find out less efficient ways of going about something, and whereas with this past week, it's really tested me. It's been hard. It's because mentally it's screwing with my mind, and looking flat and feeling small and not feeling like, I'm 2 weeks out, and it's tough. Not feeling like you're where you need to be and feeling way behind. And whereas today, I had more carbs, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling fuller. I'm feeling bigger. I'm just feeling like I'm closer to my goal than I was before. And so again, my take-home message to you guys is never stop experimenting with your body. It's an experiment. It's trial and error. You're never going to get it right the first time. And just don't get down on yourself and keep pushing the limits, and not necessarily pushing the limits as low carb, but pushing the limits as in, drive towards something and then maybe pull back and then drive towards something else, and know when to push the gas and know when to pull back. And this is meant to show you guys that I found out a way not to do something, and it's just that it could have happened 6 weeks ago. It could have happened at the very beginning of prep. It could have happened right now, 2 weeks out. And whereas you'd like to avoid it happening 2 weeks out, it is what it is. And so basically moving forward, it's just being smarter about it and doing everything I can to get where I need to be in 2 weeks. So again, I'm going to close out this vlog right here. Got dinner cooking right now. I think it's about 4:45, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I'm sorry for like the sporadicness, and I feel like everything's kind of all over the place, but I'm going to do my best to show you guys, a little bit more footage and just be more consistent with my uploads, especially come peak week, which is in like a week and a half. So thank you guys so much for your support. You guys rock with all the encouragement and telling me that I'm doing great, and it's really nice to hear. And so again, thank you guys for everything that you guys do. Please like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We have about 2 weeks left by the time this video gets uploaded. So it's really crunch time now. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's do it. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.